Hit the intro. All right, y'all. Welcome to Ladies Night. I'm your host, QB, and my other queen sister is joining me tonight.
What's
Queen
up?
Forever 2K. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. So I want to say hello to Daryl Long, who's been here early, and Cool Gamer. Hello to you all for joining us early. We were hoping to have some fellas. Maybe they're scared. Daryl, would you like to come up? I need to figure out how to add the links. That's usually where the other fellas come in to add the links to the chat box. Um, so, but we're gonna go ahead. So I'm gonna put the banner up. Tonight is ladies' night. Sip and chat. She said, he said, yes. So
Oh,
again, we're supposed to have some fellas because we're gonna go back and forth. You know, I know we're gonna butt heads on this, but it is what it is. So, without any further ado, um, Queen and I are just gonna go ahead and get the conversation rolling.
that's right.
So, the first thing I want to talk about was pet peeves. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. Queen, what are some of your pet peeves when it comes to men?
Mm, let's see. Pet peeve. Leaving the toilet seat up.
Okay.
I got used to it, but it doesn't happen anymore. But man, late at night, you trying to go use the bathroom. I'll be leave the seat up. You be like, whoa, okay. I didn't know the seat was that low. Um,
I've had a
Pet
few of those
peeve.
moments.
Yeah, I think you know, I think my biggest pet peeve, I never thought about that. I mean, you know how you complain about stuff, but you just don't, you just keep it pushing. Um, the lack of communication. Like I don't if you ask me, I've learned that, you know, most men can't hold everything you have to say. So at times I can be very long-winded.
Mm.
And so it can be a pet peeve when you know I want you ask me how I'm doing. I want to talk, but you really don't want the long version. You don't want me to explain stuff. So yeah, so that's a pet peeve of mine, because when you want to talk, you know I'm there. I give you my attention. So I think that's a pet peeve of mine.
Okay. All right. Want to say what's up to Wizbot, Nightbot, and yes, please, everybody watching, hit the like, subscribe, and share button so everybody else can join the conversation. Want to say hello and warm welcome to Harris Tribe Media Group, the original He Said, She Said. Peace, family. Salute to the ladies. Hope all is well. Salute to the chat. Thank you so much. And they said, booty slap that button, that like button. That's right. Give it all you got. Anyway, thank y'all. But I would like to hear from y'all. that are watching as well. What are some of your pet peeves about the opposite gender? What just kind of grind your gears and push all your buttons, And it could be something minor, it could be something major, so just share and share alike. We want to hear from you. And hopefully the gentleman will be joining us. Oh, we have another guest. We have two more guests to add.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Hi. So we have two more guests added to the chat here. Let me change the outlook. So we have Mrs. M3 and we have Mr. Best in the World. What is going on? Where did he go? Hello, Mrs. M3, are you here? Okay, Mr. Best, are you here? Yeah, okay, he's hanging out in the background. Okay, well, Mrs. M3, can you hear me? Okay, she'll jump in when she can. All right, so um, hello to Mrs. She Said and Well Runs Black. Peace, everyone. Good evening. Mrs. She said that men who talk too much and not say anything, baby. Yes, yes. I can agree with you on that one. Um, some men just like to hear their own. Hi. Some men just like to hear their own
Sorry,
voice.
I'm late. Was on my bike. I'm still on my bike, so
No
I have my camera off
problem.
just a little while longer.
No problem. How are you doing?
Oh, doing good. Thank you. It's
All
good to
right.
see everybody again.
You too. It's been a while, and I want to thank y'all for giving me the space I needed to take a little bit of break, but we're back and
Oh,
rolling.
and beautiful as ever. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Hi
you.
there. Hi, Queen.
All right, and so our thank you for the compliment, Mrs. She Said, and Harris Tribe Media Group says cigarettes. That can be a pet peeve for some people as well. So, Mrs. M3, tell us some of your pet peeves about the opposite gender, and not Mr. M3, but what what are some things that just grind your gears? Okay. She's on mute, so she's out biking, so she's gonna listen. Mrs. She said a hobosexual, a man who looked to women to find a place to. Oh, honey, let's get into that one. We have somebody else who we need to add. Okay, okay, all right,
I'm back. I heard your question.
okay.
When I think it's when they don't answer directly. You ask a
Okay.
question, they're like, "Well, I told you 5 minutes ago. Like, what did you say?" And I said, "I already got it. What did you already get? Like, what is it? Which one? This or that?
Yes.
Speak plainly. Tell us what's up." Um, that that can be a very like just yes or no. It's good. I got it. Which one is it? What do you got?
Okay. Yes. I'm like that, and I've had the conversation with other men. Like, usually when I ask you questions, depending on what the question is, I already kind of know the answer. I just want you to elaborate a little bit more on what I'm asking you. Why I gotta elaborate? Why you can't accept the first answer that I give you? No, no. That's gonna keep me coming back asking more questions. And you don't like me keep asking questions? Well, then, I mean, yeah. So here we are. Yeah. Oh goodness. So, Miss Queen, any more pet peeves of yours? Queen, are you here? I don't know if she's still here. One thing for me is when men talk down to you as if you don't like they interpret your level of understanding before asking you. um,
I'm here.
before even trying to ask. Okay, I've had men talk to me as if I was unintelligent or not on their same level because they didn't know me. So they tried to dumbify what they were saying. And when I tell you that irks me more than anything, give me the opportunity to ask more questions and for clarity versus you just presuming that I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, that bothers me a lot.
Um, I'm here. Um, you said what's my pet peeve? My personal pet peeve?
Or another one that you want to share, and then we'll get to Princess K.
Um, let's think. Um, I don't know. I mean, I've oh, having
Look, this is your time to
inviting
say.
like having people over that and not telling me that people I don't really care for, and I just come home and I'm like, oh, okay, who's coming over? Oh, all right, you know. So just bringing stuff on me sometimes if I've had a long day. I think that's more of the pet peeve.
Okay.
I'm usually easy going, but some days I'm like, dude, I just want to walk around the house look like a bum. I don't want to clean up. I don't want to cook. I don't want to serve. I don't want to be hospitable. I just want to chill. So yeah.
By the way, we're having company. What? What? Oh gosh. All right, so I want to go ahead and address the comments. And what's up, Mr. Best in the world?
What's going on? What's going on?
So we're
You
gonna
know,
let you have your piece. I want to address the comments because Princess
uh,
K is lining up as always. What's up, Queen Sister? Who says, hey y'all, and her pet peeves number one, entitlement. Oh, oh, so you're gonna choose him but not me, man? Please, yes. Some men do feel entitled to the decisions that we make. See, Princess K also says, "Oh, hello to MarioMarion. Thank you for checking in." Oh, and Harris Tribe Group says, "Yeah, that mansplaining men hate it too." Well, sorry, kinda, but yeah, like kinda. Princess K says, another one, the habitual liar. I could ask if you the sky is blue and you would try to argue that it's red despite us being outside. Wow. Alrighty. Well runs black says they think they're right and are wrong and you have to prove it. Can you clarify well runs black if it's male or female that you're talking about? Um Princess K also says can't find any sense even if God himself handed it you a GPS and a magnifying. Princess K is going in as always. Girl, you need to come and join the chat. Um, let's see. Princess K also says spraying Axe over an unwashed body and expecting me to want to touch you, girl.
I
Me.
remember she said that before. It's so true. It must really be her pet peeve. She said that before.
Yes.
I'm
She
about to put.
said, but I will say I appreciate and see the real men out there. They aren't all bad, and some honestly just have no awareness. Alrighty. Girl, you are on it tonight. I can't wait till we get to the next rounds. So, Mr. Best in the World, pet peeves about women, and please be, dare I say, nice, but
No, I'm just gonna be me. This is my show, man. Everybody know I'm joking. Listen, I'm gonna say this, right? I think for men and women both, I think we both have things that like get on each other's nerves, right? Like,
Mhm.
like Princess Cassie with the axe comment, yes, that's true, but we also hate when we can smell, what I mean, your period, and y'all not douching it and y'all not doing different things that y'all need to do as well. So it goes both ways. Like we don't like certain smells, y'all don't like certain smells. Nobody likes people that smell, all right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So and yes, I'm gonna be honest. You already know that Princess Case. So I think both men and women, we both do things that get on each other's nerves, right?
yeah,
Naturally, because y'all program on estrogen, we program on a testosterone. Those are two different type of hormones completely. and they affect your body chemically differently too. You know what I'm saying? So even though men have estrogen, we don't operate off estrogen. We operate mainly off of testosterone. Women have testosterone, but y'all basically operate mostly off estrogen. So of
Mm-hmm.
course, because we have those differences within our hormonal makeup, we're going to butt heads naturally. You know what I'm saying? Because our minds, our emotions, our spirituality, our mental capacity is just different in our makeup. You know what I mean? So you QB gonna think you're going one way. I'm gonna think my way is the right way, and then boom, we're gonna bump heads. But then you know what I'm saying, whatever you believe in, God or Buddha or Allah is supposed to help us to find that middle ground, right? The higher
Mm-hmm.
power help us to find that middle ground, or whatever you believe in is supposed to help you find that middle ground, right? So I think that's the thing. So I think like everybody has their thing, you know what I'm saying? And I think within the mechanism, I shared a post earlier, and I even talked to my sister about it, about how women don't really need men nowadays. And I wasn't saying it in a retrospect of, what I mean, that, what I'm saying? Yeah, nobody likes Sting, Princess K. That is so true. You know what I mean? And what I'm saying? And hey, shout out to Gwen Anderson. Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you. That's family right there, good to see you. Basically what I'm trying to say is like this, like at the end of the day, we both have things that like kind of get on each other's nerves. Like women hate when we leave the seat up, right? We hate when y'all leave the seat down and we see pee on the seat. Like we hate different things, right? Like like we all hate different things. You know what I mean? Like we all don't like different things. Like and like we gonna butt heads at times. Like y'all hate when we leave here in the sink. We hate when you leave that weave here that you put your braids in all over the house. You know what I'm saying? And it's blowing everywhere. You thought you had swept it up, but you didn't because I found it 2 days later. You know what I'm saying? Like we all hate different things and we all do different things that get on each other's nerves. Like it's all a process. But the reason I share my post, I'm gonna just make it real quick. The reason I share my post that women don't need men, I was talking more from really a financial, aspect. I wasn't talking about a relationship aspect because relationship aspect, of course, we still need each other, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
duh. But from a financial aspect, they don't need us. You know what I mean? A woman now can be self sufficient. You, Mrs. Empty and Queen, if y'all really want to go out and get your own homes, get your own cars, get your own stuff, y'all can do that, and you don't need a man to do it. You know what I mean? You don't have to rely on a man to do it no more. You know what I mean? Back in the days, you had to rely on a man. You know what I mean? Women had to rely on a man. They didn't have as many rights. They didn't have as many things that they have now. You know what I mean? Jobs went and hired them because it was women. All types of stuff was happening back in the day. But now you can't do that no more because now if you do that, you're gonna get a lawsuit, right? Now your company could be, could get get blackballed. You can get blackballed. You know what I'm saying? Like reputation can be solid. Like so, women nowadays have more freedoms and they have more rights and they have more things where they don't necessarily need to rely on a man like they did back in the day. You know what I mean? Because now you guys are empowered financially. You know what I'm saying? And based on that empowerment, it gives you more freedom and more leeway. Of course, relationship wise, we need each other, right? Because nobody want to be alone. But outside of that, like y'all don't necessarily have to rely on us for really anything. You know what I'm saying? Even for kids, like y'all can go and y'all could like sign up for an adoption agency, and man, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all could basically, you know, have a kid. Maybe it's not your natural kid, but it's your kid. Or you can do the I think it's a process where y'all can like have the eggs, inseminated with somebody else's, sperm or whatever, and you have a sperm donor, the woman can have an inseminator, and she ain't never have to mess with no guy ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's a new day. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what it is. But yeah, that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Princess K still going off on the comments. I see you,
She
Princess K.
is. She need to come over here in the panel because she stayed going off. Definitely want to address all of her comments. She says I can talk about that too. I guess she's talking about the body odor, the personal, and the hygiene you were talking about at the time. Miss Sophie was like, "Oh man, this is if this was a good place for a stick up was a person." um, and then she's like, her knowledge and relationship was like they don't like people who stink. Shout out to my sister in Arizona, Gwen. Princess K said alcohol based perfume is it gives me headaches. Lysol wipes is a friend. Go to a sperm bank essentially. And I do agree. There are some things that women have more rights privileges or whatever words you want to say there than men. However, I'm going to go on record, dear future husband, of wherever you are. I need you. I need a man in my life. I want a man in my life. I don't want to have to do everything by myself. I want to share my life with someone. And there are some women who don't. Do I want one right now? No. But at some point, when the time is right, I do. What's up, Princess K?
Hey,
Hey,
hey, family.
Ma'am, you always come with the comments. How you doing?
thank you.
So, look,
I
what,
got
what
some
else you want to
time.
add? Because I want to make sure everybody say what they got to say before we move on.
I think I've pretty much said a lot. I mean, there's a
Okay.
lot to have frustrations on both sides, really. Like
Okay.
84 had said, that is very true. Um, but now that I'm single, navigating this life out here, it's like some of these frustrations are just ever more evident. Um, and I'm really not trying to date right now either. I've had a few people, try to ask me out. Those failed massively. Um, it's just you didn't pass the first go. You didn't even get to the door.
Mm-mm.
It's sad. Um, but you know what? I was just like, I just pray to God, and I'm just like, we're gonna meditate over here and keep our peace, and remain true to myself and just grow and improve. I mean, that's really what you can do in this situation. Of course, I'm not in a space where I'm bitter and I'm thinking that every man who comes up to me is evil. Never that.
Yeah.
Never that. And I pray that the woman around me, well, they would definitely pull me to the side and scold me if I ever showed any sign of being like that. But, glory be to God, despite all my previous comments, 'cause I can be really shady. I will admit to that. I'm sarcastic and sassy at the same time. And I
Okay.
keep it respectful. But it's like when you come up to me with stupidity and you just acting like that in a way that's just impolite and uncouth and all of that, sometimes I'll walk by it. I'll pass by it. Let peace be still, literally. Um, Other times it's just like, you know what? My mouth opened before I could stop it, and it's, yeah, I'm gonna just leave it there.
I need to be a
Um,
little bit more like you because I think way too much and then I stop myself. And the things that really need to probably be said in a moment just go unsaid. And then, yeah, then I have a lot of regret that I didn't say what I need to say. So, yeah,
there's
I need to find that
wisdom in the
balance.
situation. Like I just had to tell somebody that, well, the way he tried to ask me out in public was just, it was honestly disrespectful,
Oh,
and I was very offended by it. I didn't yell or anything, but I was just like, I'm going to pray for you, and I hope that you learn from this experience because I don't want any other woman to face the same amount of special attention that you seem to give in your approach. Um, I commend you for your bravery, because some of them it's like, you have on a shirt that's yellow, and I know it was bought white, you know, but it was very disrespectful the way he approached me. And so I just, calmly was just like, this approach was very disrespectful for me. And if you're actually seriously looking for a wife, a relationship, that's not the way to go, young man.
okay.
Um, you shouldn't be doing this. It's not. I don't even want to repeat what it was because I don't want anything like that coming out of my mouth.
Okay.
But it was just that was a very disrespectful approach. I don't appreciate it. My dad did not talk to me that way. None of the other men around me talked to me that way. And I'm not going to let anyone talk to me that way. So I really hope that you learn from this experience and learn to talk better. I mean, get yourself a good mentor or something like that, because I don't know what to tell you. But it's a no for me, honey.
All
But have a
right.
good day. And just, keep it like that. Leave it at that.
All right, then. I want to give Mrs. M3 a chance to say something else if she would like. And then I want to address a comment from Well Runs Black that says, this is interesting. Are people really having issues dealing with people with hygiene issues? So we're gonna talk about that a little bit more. But I want Mrs. M3 to go ahead and share anything else she would like to share on the pet peeves topic.
Oh, that's it. Just that.
Okay.
Yeah. I love
Okay.
men. They're sweet. They lead well most of the time.
Yes, sometimes. But we love y'all, men. I promise we love y'all. Just yeah, I want to say that. But I do want to go back and address this the hygiene question. I've seen this a lot all over social media, not just this week, but just before. And so, okay, men talk about women's under yonder body odor. Yes, there are some women who do not practice proper hygiene, but also if you are sexually active, like highly sexually active, there's a lot of other contributing factors to the odor. So it's like it goes both ways. Most men, so men do not get offended. This does not apply to you. It ain't about you. Most men do not clean themselves properly. Um, I'm trying to tread lightly on this, but it's Saturday night, y'all. We grown on. They don't put a skin back, okay? They don't wash after they urinate. And so then they have sex. And so you're spreading your bacteria to another space anyway. Yeah. So there's a lot of contributing factors. However, there are things women can do to who are sexually active. I am not a sex therapist, all that stuff. So I'm not gonna give you the whole rundown list. If you need help, there's Google. There's doctors for that. But for the most part, yes, there are people who are just careless. They just simply don't know. So all I can say is if you smell somebody, slide them a wipe, slide them a look, keep little FDS or Summer's Eve little packs in your purse. I don't know. We gotta help each other out, Queen Sisters. We gotta
Norform, and teach your little girls to wipe from front to back, not back to front, because you don't want to put the poops in the, hoo-ha.
Yes, yes, ma'am. And for me, and y'all need to grab these little boys and y'all teach them something. I don't know. I'm not a boy, so I can't tell you. Can't tell you.
But you also got to remember that there was something, I just saw a clip of it. Nick Cannon was talking about how he don't like the way certain, women be smelling or whatever else. And this one woman, she clipped it and she was like, a lot of times the reason why women smell is because of the bacteria that men give them from sleeping around with a lot of women unprotected. They bring that bacteria into that other woman, and now she has, what is it called, vaginal something, vaginosis or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was like, so you're the reason why that woman smells, because you want to spread your hoo-ha and everything and not, and you're bringing that bacteria into it. I don't know if this is real. I know this is off topic, but I saw something somewhere. I don't remember where. I'm going to look it up. Where this man went on a trip and slept with a prostitute. But the prostitute was Caucasian. He was Caucasian. And her pimp was black. She slept with her pimp right before she slept with him. So he took home the pimp's sperm and had sex with his wife. And the wife had a black baby.
One, sperm doesn't live that long outside of the body, so
What is it?
there's no
It's
way
the
he could have took.
same day?
Huh?
It was the same day.
It doesn't
Oh,
matter. Sperm, actually, and I have watched videos
only
from
hours. It
professionals.
lives hours.
Thank
That's it.
you.
3 days
Thank
Okay.
in, 3 days inside
Well,
of a
I'm gonna look
body,
it up and see if
hours
that was real. I
outside.
don't know if that was a spoof, but I think he was on his way home and he slept with his wife, didn't take a shower and whatever. But then
you. No,
he said the wife cheated on him. But I'm gonna look
she
it up. I'm gonna YouTube it right now and see if it's really real or if I saw it on one of my Lifetime movies. I can't remember.
she been
Sound
sleeping
like
with
that woman was doing other things.
the FedEx or Amazon man or something. I don't know what to do. But no. And even inside the body, as the sperm is trying to find an egg, a lot of them die off too. So I mean, only a very few make it to that. Anyway, that's a whole biology. So, biology and reproductive lesson. But yeah, there's no way he could have took the sperm home. It would have been invalid by the time he got home. So anyway, yeah, maybe we do need as grown. It's sad though. There are some grown-ups, not this group, but there are some grown-ups who just don't know about reproduction and just things of the reproductive system and all that jazz. But if you start having them kind of classes, them kind of discussions. So, anywho, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
move
have my
on.
camera off a while, but I'm
Okay.
here and I love y'all, and I will chime in when I can.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I want to read another comment. For from Well Runs Black. Keep it real. Some men don't respect themselves to wait if it doesn't smell right. That's true. Miss Sophia says that's like 12 stories in a little time. Knowledge Relationship says, and there we go with blaming men when y'all women don't wash up. You know, I'm not gonna get into it with you tonight, sir. Um, we're gonna be good tonight.
Don't
He also
start M3.
he
Y'all
also
don't
says
wash either.
he said whoever that woman is needs to be held accountable. Needs her hoo ha held accountable. Yes. Ah. And then Mrs. She said more boys and men in the home, just me and mom. All right. She said I never understood until I went to Job Corps at 17 years old. It was a damn shame how nasty they were, not wrapping pads up properly, keeping the bathrooms dirty. Y'all, we as elders, I know we're not
Mm.
old, but we as elders need to start grabbing little girls by the collar. Come here, little girl, while you pop lock and dropping on Instagram, let me teach you something else too. So we gotta do better too. So yeah,
It's
I want.
actually really sad how a lot of women don't even realize how sensitive their lady parts are. You're not actually supposed to be using soap on the inside, and that also contributes to yeast infections. Like, sometimes you might actually have a medical condition, or you're just like, there's also things that you should be wearing, like wearing all the silk satin thongs. That's not letting your girl parts
Air.
breathe.
Yeah,
You gotta air it out. You know, what happens when you keep stuff in an enclosed space with no ventilation? Obviously, it's going to emit a scent. If a
No,
person stays into a locked room with no windows or vents at all, and they're just in there consistent, like that's going to emit a smell. So
no,
it's
Princess K, I got something better. It's moisture. And where's moisture build up? Mold. You gonna
right,
have black mold down there. You keep it up.
stop.
You
right.
better handle your business. You
Stop
gonna have
putting
black
powder
mold.
there. Stop putting. I'm tired of that. Stop putting powder there. That's actually not good for you. If you really want some extra help, first of all, learn how to properly care for your girl parts because she's sensitive.
Yeah,
Second, I always advise take chlorophyll tablets if it's really a problem. That's a natural deodorant that you can
Okay.
take. Just add it to your smoothies, drink lots of water, and also you literally are what you eat. So literally if you're
Yes.
like things like asparagus and that type of stuff, it is good for you, but it actually does emit a smell from your body. So learning about that, actually taking the time to realize those things, taking care of yourself, and also cranberry juice. That
Yes.
will clean you out. It's a very great thing to clean you out. Get 100% juice, you know, even better, get the cranberry juice that has no sugar in it. That's
Mm-hmm.
way, way pure. It tastes
Or
absolutely terrible, but a
or do
shot
the
in the
steam.
morning will clean you out.
Do the yoni steams.
Yeah.
We need
That,
to.
these things that, these are, I think we should all just come together and write a book or just have a series on proper feminine care because it's
Yes.
amazing how many people don't even know about these things. Like one of the things, like I have a sensitive nose, right? So one of the things, the earliest memories I was learning from my mom and the women around me was first of all, you never put on perfume or any type of scent, outer scent, on an unwashed body. That's a big no-no. And my mom always used to tell me, okay, we don't mess with alcohol-based perfume. Now, some of it is fine. It's okay. But oil-based perfume is where you want to go because yes, it is a little bit more, well, it's a lot more expensive sometimes, but it lasts a lot longer. It lasts a lot longer. Other things like etiquette, how to sit. Don't sit with your legs open, especially if you have a skirt on. If you have a problem with that, get one of those lap scarves. I still use them. Really, you sit in a certain way, keep your legs closed, taking care of yourself. Like, this is all a part of grooming. Unfortunately, these things can be lost. And I don't see them amongst a lot of, like, some of my friends, especially from college, um, when I had to share a dorm, like, it would bother me so much that I just eventually had to say something because I don't think that as your friend, I should allow you to go out smelling tart. Like
Yeah.
you should not be smelling like you're selling fish. That's never okay. And I can't let you go out like that because you're a part of my circle. What if people are looking at me like I'm stinky, but I don't want that. So it goes, just being like, hey, there's something I want to tell you, and I think you need to hear. I love you so much, but we have to correct this because I really care about you. And just like how I would expect for you to tell me if I'm wrong, I know you expect for me to tell you if you're wrong. And this isn't right. We can't go out like this. Like I expect any female in my circle, if I'm holding myself to a standard, I expect for my friends to be just as fly. Ain't
Yes.
no way I should be walking by you and I smell, oh girl, let's can I talk to you for a second in the bathroom real quick? And there was something, even like I've been doing this for a long time. I remember even in high school. So I got the nickname Mama Bear, right? And that was because before school actually started, we would meet up and I would be the one that would be like, okay, your hair right here, it's not looking all right, and you're too cute for that. Or, one of my friends who was, her mom was facing homelessness. So I would come to school with, body wipes. My mom worked as a caregiver. She had access to these body wipes that it's basically what they do to wipe down elderly people who can't, get into a shower or bath. I would bring that to school. I would bring face cleanser. I would bring lotion. I would bring hair ties and a brush and a comb, which I wasn't using on my hair, but I would disinfect it for every use. But these sort of things just make it a habit for us to make sure that we look presentable. It's not to be the best amongst everybody, but to just look presentable and smell clean. That's it. I even brought, there was this one girl who she was a little bit younger, but I brought extra clothes for her because she didn't have any. And I had extra ones. So I was like, I'm not even wearing these. I grew from like 5'4" to like 5'10" within a short amount of time. So it wasn't going anywhere. And I would give them to her because her mom wasn't buying her that stuff. She didn't care. And yeah, they kind of nicknamed her as my child at school. That was kind of strict. She did one time tell me, "I wish you were my mom," and that was like the sweetest but most sad thing, because we were both about 15, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, that's terrible to hear." Not in a bad way, but it's like I wish that your mom was, better. But these are things we hold each other accountable for these things because
Yes.
that's what women do.
We're definitely going to have a separate conversation all about that, like the girl codes and looking out for each other and whatnot. So, but definitely want to put a pin in that and work on a topic and some questions and stuff like that for another show. So thank you for bringing all that up, Princess K. So next we're going to go on to round two. Um, well, we're going to read one more question, one more comment on this. Um, Knowledge Relationship said, one time I was waiting at the DMV line behind a stinky woman and I had to wait for 5 minutes. When I was done, I went home and ran to my bed and cried. Oh, wow. Okay. We hope no one ever has.
Never.
Oh, this hit us. I suffer from extreme nostril abuse. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. We're going to move it on. So, round two, y'all. Round two is pointing fingers. We all do it. We all do it. We all blame the other gender, sex, whatever, for something. So, you know, the reason I am the way I am because you did what you did, that kind of thing. So, Queen Forever, start us off. What is something you find yourself blaming men for?
Mm, everything. It's all their fault. They breathe. It's their fault. You fall down the street. It's their fault. You late for work. It's their fault. It's all their fault.
Oh, God.
No, I just don't like to lose. So
To
even if
lose?
even if I'm wrong, I will find something. Even if it has nothing to do with the topic or the situation, I will find something and go, well, you did it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, no, no, no. See, you don't want to own it. Like, I don't like it. I'm trying to embrace it, but I don't like saying, wow, you're right. Cause it just, it's like that knife in your chest and it's just, someone is just ripping your heart out. I feel like I can't breathe. I'm having a heart attack, a conniption fit, something. But I don't like being wrong. So I'm like, I will always have something to point out on you. So,
Oh,
that's
God.
I'm working on that. I'm like,
Okay.
no, no. And I don't like I don't like somebody having the last word. So even if they go, okay, we're done, I'm like, yeah, we're done. Like I'll repeat what they say just so I can hear myself last.
Okay. You know what? At some point, I'm just be like, y'all can have it. Because I've encountered people like that, guys more specifically. It's like, I said what I said, and then they come back with something else. So I'm like, you know what? Okay. Yeah. This, I'm not doing the two-word conversation with you all night. So it's
No,
over.
I only do that with my significant other.
I mean,
I
this
don't.
be like somebody I work with.
Oh no, I
Um,
don't do that at work.
um, it's like he'll bring up something that needs to be handled, and then it's like, okay, I got you, and then he'll say something else, and I'll be like, okay. He say something else. Like at that point, I'm not gonna okay this conversation to death because I just don't have no more okays in me. So anyway, but yeah, Princess K, what is something you find yourself blaming men for?
Hmm.
And
And
by
this is like a difficult question to answer
okay,
because typically I usually try to look at myself and see if I was the one who caused
okay,
it. If I do point blame, it's usually in a joking manner.
okay,
Like, look at you, like you talking to me and saying all this stuff, and I got distracted and forgot to
uh,
do like something like that. But I don't really mean it. I don't really know.
okay, alrighty. Um, I know oftentimes there are people in relationships, they point the fingers at the other person when it comes, like money tends to be a big issue in relationships. Or when it comes to why someone cheated, um, that causes people to point the blame. Well, if you were doing this, if you were doing that, if you weren't doing this and you weren't doing that. So I know that's a big one. Um, I found myself when I was married blaming my husband as the reason why I stopped being a wife or the wife that I know I could or should have been. Well, I'm like, your your mind, your body was here, but your mind was not here. So why am I going to do the things that I know you want and desire when you don't even halfway appreciate it? So that was my mindset. Instead of just still doing what I knew I needed to do around the house, as a wife, as a woman, as just somebody who lived in the same house. But I mean, we could argue that all day long, and I'm not here to argue about that. But anywho, I want to say hello to Sir Hale Speaks. Peace and respect to the ladies. Salute to knowledge relationships. And Princess K, yes, Queen is Queen. She is petty. I call her,
Hey,
um,
hey, hey, hey,
yes.
She
What's
said
the
she
next
has to
one I
have the
gave
last
you?
word.
Um,
I'm working on that. I'm working on it.
Queen.
I was like that even as a child. This didn't start.
Oh
It's
my
like, go
god.
to your room. I don't go to my room. What'd you say? I'm
No.
going to my room. You say something else. I'm going to
Queen.
my, what? What? And then I get
Oh
popped
my
in the head.
gosh.
Oh my
My
gosh,
mom would
why you
have
gotta hit?
thrown her shoe at me from across the room.
No, I got hit a lot though. I mean, you would think I would have got it. That just made it worse. I think they just got frustrated.
Oh
oh
my
God.
gosh.
I was off the hook.
Alrighty. I was hoping that the men would be here because I know they blame us for a lot of things. But
They scared.
they gonna have their time to chime in. So we're gonna move on to the next one. Hopefully everybody can chime in on this one. So round three. Oh, Mr. M3. Mr. Best, you
Oh
got something you wanna add?
no.
Okay.
Wait, was that
Um
him? Oh, who was
You
going
got
that?
stage, QB.
Hold on one moment. Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Okay. Quiet, Queen. Now listen. You know what I mean? Mm, I think that naturally nobody's gonna do a relationship you know more than what they feel like somebody is deserving of getting. You know what I mean? Because we have freedom in America, right? And naturally, we're not gonna just keep doing for somebody who doesn't really respect and care about us. So shout out to Ken Joseph, I see you, bro. You know what I mean? Says LOL. What's up, man? I mean, so highlight the time. There you go. But yeah, with that being said, I don't blame women for really too much of anything. You know what I mean? Because like either, hmm, I'll say this, like I'll say for certain females, right? A woman, I feel like is a title you have to earn. For certain females who don't want to listen, who don't want to, be submissive or feminine. You know what I mean? But they expect the same results as the ones that they call pickies, right? So the women who actually want to be submissive and actually want to be feminine, who actually care about men, who actually really want to be there for a man and care about a man, they call them pygmies, right? They gave him a bad label. So I think that to me is something that I hate. I hate seeing that. You know what I mean? Why y'all degrading sisters who actually still want to, be ladylike? What's
Yeah.
so wrong with that? You know what I mean? Why? Because she don't want to twerk and be unruly and not listen and have every color in her hair like a annihilator. Like, like come on, man. Like let them live. You know, and if they're doing fake femininity, then they'll pay the price for that, right? But at
Hmm.
the end of the day, I think that that's something that we have to stop doing. We have to stop getting to the point where we are blaming each other for different things, we're shaming each other for different things, men, women, both. Because at the end of the day, you know, if you really want to be with a man, then you need to stop shaming men, right? If you really want to be with a woman, you gotta stop shaming women, like, because at the end of the day, you still with them, right? Or
Yeah.
you still want to rock with them. So of course, there's things that we feel like, okay, you know, I guess women nowadays should change, but it also depends on the woman because every woman is different. Like every man is different. So some women are more traditional, right? Some women are kind of in between. Some women are just not traditional at all. So it's kind of like you got to pick go gravitate towards a woman that is about what you're about, right? As the great Bolo TV says, shout out to him. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Okay, that's a
Okay.
Bolo thing. Thank you, Bolo, for always dropping that knowledge. You know what I mean? That wisdom. But your vibe attracts your tribe. It does. You know what I'm saying? Like it will attract your tribe, man. And if you don't see that, then yeah, you're gonna be lost in the sauce.
Okay. All righty. Thank you so much for that input. All right. So I forgot to do like a vibe check early on. I know everybody's not cammed up, but you can just tell us what you're sipping on. Since tonight is a sip and chat, I'm lame to some people, but I got my good old sweet tea. I'm gonna hide the brand because they're not paying us to sponsor that. They're not sponsoring us, but it's just some good old sweet tea. So what everybody else sipping on over here?
I'm sipping on black cherry soda.
All right, that sounds good. Okay, Miss Princess.
Vodka and soda.
Oh, okay. Now we getting somewhere. Okay, and Miss.
Organic half tea lemonade.
All righty, all righty, and everybody in the chat. If you want to drop what you're sipping on and while we chat, go ahead and do that. Cheers to you. All right, so moving on to round three. Looking for love. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay. That's all the singing y'all gonna get out of me because I don't sing. But anyway, let's start this thing off. Mr. Best. You can share your relationship status if you like, not whatever, but let's just say you were in the market looking for love. What would be some things, you looking for? And what
For
does
me,
love look like to you?
for me, that's a very detailed question or complex question.
Give it
You
just
know what I
some
mean?
bait, just a
I think for me, like I don't. Not to say I don't really believe in love, right? But I think to find love is a very, 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 very strenuous process. Like because this is based on my own standards and the way I think and things of that nature. Like
okay.
a person will have to like kind of check a lot of different boxes, and I'm not saying it's damn near impossible, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I think that at the end of the day, you know what I mean, not every man approaches things that way, right? A lot of guys are like, oh man, all you gotta do is just have a nice figure and have a good job. Like, nah, no, like, like there's other things because and see here's the thing, most guys do that because they never, ever, ever, ever live with the woman, right?
Okay.
You never live with the woman, you've never been around a woman, you never, been with a woman on that level. So unless you have done that, then your experiences will change, your mindset will change. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I would say it would have to be like somebody who really listens, somebody who I can actually have intellectual conversation with, and I would say somebody who likes to have fun and have a good sense of humor. You know what I mean? That's the basis of it, and then we can get into morals, values, and standards. How you treat your family, how you treat your mom and dad, your relationship with them. Not saying they got to be perfect, but you have to have an understanding of that. And different things of that nature. Your career path, your goals, your dreams. Are you driven and motivated? You know what I'm saying? Do you know when to relax and when to kind of, hit the grind and stuff like that? Do you have a good work-life balance? So,
Okay.
spirituality, of course. Do you like to read books? Things of that nature. Like all those things would be factors for me as a man. You know what I mean? So that's how I would approach things. But
Um,
I know a lot of guys nowadays, they don't approach things like that, right? They don't even think of that nature. So, what I mean? I think I would encourage men, you know what I mean, to be advocates of that. You know what I mean? Be advocates of basically, okay, cool, yeah. There may be women that you joke around with or women that you have fun with or women that you think that are cool or whatever, but for you to really be with somebody, then yeah, you should have a criteria for them to fit that. You know what I
See,
mean?
now you're
So
dipping to the next topic, but so to
my
sum
bad,
it
I ain't
up,
mean to.
what? Okay, so you kind of told us, what, and I know this question is answered based on your life experience. It could be based on your desires and your fantasies. So, if you could sum it up, what does love look like for you, Mr. Best?
Um, I think love would look like, somebody who would work with me as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be a team effort. I'm working, they working, we working together to do things like, and that's not perfect, right? Because like maybe sometimes that woman can't do everything that I'm asking her to do in that moment because maybe she's going through some life things. Maybe I'm going through some life things, and we gotta compromise at some level, right? There's always in relationships you always have to have a level of compromise. That's one thing that I've learned a lot, right?
Okay.
Um, with that being said, you know, the thing is that there has to be a level of compromise, but also it also has to be where we are pouring into each other positivity and love, right? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, money, us having the nicest things or whatever, those things are cool. Us going on vacation, those things are cool, right? But at the end of the day, like we gotta live with each other. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, what's that home life looking like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the home life looking like? I think a lot of men we don't factor in the home life. Like we just think. I know I thought this way a lot of times, right? As a younger man, okay, if I'm working hard, I'm providing money, and we got food in the fridge and everything paid for, everything cool. No, like you still got life happening, right?
Yeah.
So, mm, for instance, I'll work hard, come home, and then I would see, the woman I'm with, she'll be crying, and I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, why is she crying? Everything taken care of. Like, I would get frustrated, right? But for the men, don't get frustrated at these moments. You know what I'm saying? Understand that she may have some life things that's going on, or she may be experiencing life things that you are not in tune with. And I know you may feel frustrated because you feel like you're doing all you can, but you got to understand that material things don't make up for how you really feel. You know what I'm saying? Or for the things that you're going through mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, or sometimes even physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Material things can't cure that sometimes, man. If you got certain traumas, you lost certain family members, what I mean? I've seen that, in my household with my family, right? That sometimes, certain days will go by, certain anniversaries will go by, and they'll feel really, really affected by that, right? Now I have to go and take time and talk to them and let them have, or so sometimes let them have their space, right? Let them do
Okay.
what they want to do, whether it's crafting or whether it's going and doing their hair or whatever, right? So that's what it is, man. That's the thing. You also got to let your partner, what I mean, have those times that they're able to breathe because sometimes, like I said, life happens, and if you can't be there in the moment because maybe you got life things going on with you, or you don't know how to handle situations, just say I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? That's sometimes the best answer. If you don't know how to help them in the moment, say, hey, I don't know how to help you, but you know what I mean. If I'm a, if you need me, I'm here, but I just don't know how to help you in the moment. You know what I mean? Help me to understand that. So yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you for that, sir. Alrighty, Princess K. If you were looking for love, like what does love look like for you? Oh, we lost Princess. Okay, Queen.
What love got to do with it? No, stop.
Girl.
Oh man, no.
I'm
Uh,
sorry.
um,
I'm not right. Wait,
so
Queen, you go. Let me think
yeah.
some more.
Um, I think I think it's I think love is a very intense situation. Like, I don't play with that. I don't play with that word.
Okay.
I don't dish it out lightly. You
Okay.
know, um, I think that's what the getting to know each other before you date, before you officially become boyfriend, girlfriend, couple, whatever. That's the process. Like getting
Okay.
to know that person, getting to know their friends, um, um, yeah, and just a level like I think knowing what you want, knowing and then being open to what you need. Because
Okay.
sometimes what we want is not what we need, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
and being open to it, meaning that the person, I'm with, they're younger than me, and that's not what I was looking for, but we just were friends. And I just remember one day I was like, wow, like the friend, we knew a mutual friend, and the friend that introduced us called me and was like, hey, how's it going? I said, oh, you know, and I said, can I just be honest with you? And he was like, what? I was like, I really like him. And I was like, but you better not tell him. Of course, he told him. He told him, and he called me like that night. He was like, we getting off the phone. He was like, is there something you want to tell me? I was like, no. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, no. And he was like, I spoke to so and so, and he told me. And I was like, man, I started acting like my phone was going dead. I started
Oh my
acting like
God.
I had static, and but it was
No.
funny. But yeah, I think just getting to know people, without the expectations of something happening from it. Just letting it happen itself. Um, I think sense of humor, man. I am so goofy. You know, me and my person, partner, husband, we wrestle. We turn off all the lights and hide from each other and pop out of closet.
Oh
We have
God.
water guns. Like I want some Nerf bats. We pillow fought. Like we just have
Wow.
fun. Like we're
Yeah.
like, you know, um, I just want someone I can have fun with. Like just chill, be goofy. And this was from dating till marriage,
Okay.
um, till now. So yeah, I think just having a sense of humor. Life is stressful enough. And sometimes I get angry. I'm like, why are you always joking? He's like, why don't you joke enough? I'm like, you're right. I'm sorry, my bad. Now I'll hit him with a pillow or something. You know, um, yeah. And just I think what Mr. Best said, like looking how they treat their family, because their family becomes your family if you
Yeah.
plan on being with that person. And especially, I really love the way this person treated their mother. I
Okay.
remember before we started dating, he was like, oh, you know, I said, where are we going? He said, oh, we gotta make a pit stop. And I said, okay. He went to his mom's favorite restaurant, got her some food, and he was like, I'll be right back. And I waited.
Wow.
I waited outside, and waited in the lobby, and he went upstairs and spent a few minutes with his mother. He was like, hey, I can't really stay long, but I want to stop by and give you this, and have a good day,
Wow.
and I'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, oh my gosh.
That is so
I was like,
sweet.
oh, I love him. And then I married him. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? No, let me stop.
Oh goodness, Lord.
No, but things like that.
Okay, thank you. So, Princess K, um, did you answer your question already? Or you did we come?
No.
You dropped out for a minute. So, do you want to answer this question?
Yeah, I can answer.
Okay.
Okay. Um, Love looks like commitment. Like you annoy me so much sometimes, but there's no other place I'd rather be than with you. Love looks like you can contact me and you don't have to say anything and your voice doesn't necessarily give it away. But I just sense that something isn't right.
Yeah.
And it has me praying for you.
Oh
Love
wow.
looks like it's 2 o'clock in the morning and your back hurts and I'm giving you a massage and my hands hurt at the same time. But it's like I'm here. Stress relief. Love looks like you came to me with eye boogers and breath that I could smell from a mile away. And I still love you in that moment. Love
Oh.
looks like you allow me to open up and be vulnerable. And you accept the parts of me that I don't necessarily like about myself. And it's not that you're ignoring it. And we both have flaws, but we're committed. Commitment, you know.
Okay.
Love looks like I pray for you, you pray for me. God stands between the two of us.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. That's awesome. Thank you. And just to kind of wrap up what everybody said for me, love looks like somebody that I can share my ups and downs with. I can share the innermost part of me with this person. We share some of the same quirks, or we appreciate each other's quirks. And we consciously make a decision to keep each other happy, make them feel safe in the relationship, and trust us in all aspects. So for me, I mean, it goes a little deeper. My list can go on and on and on, but those
Well,
are the
let
main.
me add something else. Love also looks like you know very well I am a smartass and you still love me. I'm sarcastic and you can go right along with me. We can joke around with each other. It's cool.
Yes. And then I'm the type of person I shut down an argument. And it's not because I can't argue. I know that I'm gonna have a blackout moment and say something so vile that I can't take it back. So please let me just be quiet or cry, because I promise you won't love or like me after I say what I really want to say. So let's just move on. So that's me. But thank y'all for sharing. I want to just acknowledge OG Patrice. Thank you for checking in. If you would like to join our panel, we got two more segments left. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Please, please, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. Help us get the numbers up. Make a donation. Support the cause, so we can keep bringing you episodes like this and more. Um, oh, Knowledge and relationships where it's hard. They have a variety of shows, so support the cause, y'all. All right, so and want to say hello to Perfectly Imperfect. Thank you so much for checking in. Oh, and Stan Joseph, thank you for checking in as well. So let's go ahead and move on to round four. Well, this one might be a little
Right.
harder, y'all. I'm sorry, Queen.
I said round four, fight.
Well, yeah. Now this
Ding
one's gonna
ding
be a
ding ding
little
ding.
This one's gonna be a little tougher, so get your mental work in, cause
Okay.
yeah. Round four says is oops your top five. Now look, you're looking for somebody, you ready to make a commitment. What are the top five things that you really need to see before you say okay?
Hmm.
And before somebody answer, We have another guest who was willing. We have another man who was willing to brave the ladies' night. What's up, Mr. Daryl?
How you doing, beautiful?
All right, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good.
So I know you've been down in the comments listening. I know you got a lot to say.
Hmm.
So when we get to the wrap up, or after this segment, well, after everybody says what they're gonna say, um, we'll definitely let you have all the words.
Take your
um,
time,
but this is ladies' night, so the ladies gotta go first. Sorry.
as
um,
expected.
so Queen Forever, your top five. If you weren't already in a relationship, what would be the top five things like they gotta have that you gotta see?
Mm. You say to get in this relationship or just period?
Like if you were, let's say you were on the market, you were looking,
Mm.
someone showed interest in you, whatever the case. What are five things that they just gotta be there
They
before
gotta
you
have
even
real teeth, real hair, real legs. Let me stop. Um,
girl?
he can't be having no bananas or no man weaves. Cut it
What?
off. I don't want to see no glue on your head. Let it go. No, stop.
Oh god.
Um, let's see. Well, what my top five was is that I try to be spiritual and go to church. I was really involved in church. So his love for God had to be number one because he had to have submit to something other than me, over him, and his submission to God to me would mean that he would take care of me the way I want to be taken care of. Um, his love for his family, like I said, especially his mother, that was very important to me. Um, he didn't necessarily have to have a bag, but he had to have vision for his future and
Okay.
dreams and be a go-getter. Um, he had to have that New York goatee with the beard, that was smacking on point. Um, what else? I don't know. I think just
You
gentle
talking
and
like
kind.
to Dream Team beard?
What?
Gentle and kind. I think, like I wanted someone who was very assertive, but knew when to be gentle and kind. Like almost like that gentle beast, you
Okay.
know? So yeah, so those were important to me, you
All
know.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Princess K. I want to say before, I'm sorry, Simon. Thank you so much for joining Ladies Night, being another brave man to join the panel. So we will definitely get to you, gentlemen. But Miss Princess K.
All right, so I got a lot of answers. No, I'm just joking.
You got five.
I'm joking. Okay. First, very similar with Queen. I want to see your love for God. Like, I cannot be under the leadership of somebody who's not following God. That's a no. That's very important to me. I want to see your morals and your values, like how you move in terms of the relationships around you, like your friendships, your family, um, what you hold important as important. I would also like to see how you act when you're stressed or angry. That's I have dealt with some situations with exes in the past who did not handle that very well. And I would have liked to know that before we went in deeper. So that's a very important thing for me to be able to see. I want to see what vision you have. Like, what are your goals? So I know if I'm able to follow. because it's like I want to be equally yoked, and if one of us wants to go one way and the other wants to go the other way, that's the problem. Um, that just needs to be discussed. Honest conversations, really, just honesty, vulnerability, all of those sort of things. I also want to see your desire for me. Like, how much do you want me? Yeah, that's important to me.
Okay, I like that list. Alrighty, thank you for that. All right, so gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Mr. Daryl and Mr. Best, we'll get to you. But Mr. Daryl, you were here first, so go ahead and jump right on in. Where would you like to start?
What's the first part of the question? Just so I make
Well,
sure I
it's
answer
just
it correctly.
okay. So
Not because I forgot.
with this round, we're talking about your top five. If you were on the market, I don't know what your relationship status is, but if you were on the market, what are the top five things that you must see or that a woman must possess for you to say, okay, I'm ready to go to the next step? Being in an exclusive relationship or marriage or whatever the case may be.
Well, I'm a hopeless romantic, and
Okay.
I really enjoy being love bombed. And let me stop playing. For me,
You're gonna break somebody's heart now.
no, but for me, the very first and foremost is I gotta know I can trust you.
Okay.
Because beautiful women, they come in and out my life, and I need to know I can trust you. If I can't trust you, I can't have you around. So that's first and foremost.
Okay.
I'm right there with Princess K too. I want to see how much you really want me. How much you really want the situation. I'm not really into, having to give all the energy and always reciprocate. I love for a woman to show me how much she want me to dominate her, right? So give me a reason to do those things, right? Don't just
Okay.
expect those things. I used to have one girl who used to say, well, the moment I get naked, you should just automatically be horny. She was beautiful. But I just, I feel like I need a little bit more than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need a show. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you order a nice plate of food from one restaurant and then just how the plate looks and how they served it, all that shit matters. Next, I need a woman who how can I put it? I need a woman who's always going to be attractive to my eyes, right?
Okay.
And that means that how she looks, how she behaves, how she speaks, what she wears. And I'm not
Mm.
particular, right? But I want to see a woman move with confidence. I want to see
Okay.
her um I just want to see her in her best energy, her best vibration.
Okay.
That's what I'm attracted to. I think I named four, so I'm gonna say the last one I would say is she has to be slow to anger and good with children because I'm a father.
Oh. Okay.
But one thing that one thing that I can't deal with in a woman is a woman who is angry one week and is fuck you, and like the next week is like I want to fuck you. So I
Oh.
can't deal with that type of energy. It's kind of wishy washy.
Yeah.
Is very it's very unsettling. So I'm just
Toxic.
not interested. Yeah, it's very toxic.
It's very toxic. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that. Now, I'm also going to give you a chance to go back and talk about the other things that we talked about, pet peeves and, things of that nature. So, and then the blame game. But I want to give Mr. Simon an opportunity to list his top five.
Yo, uh, can you just run a top five thing again?
So, like, if you were looking for a relationship, you encountered a woman, what are five things that you must see in this woman? What did she need to possess before you say, okay, I'm ready to go get into a relationship, or I'm ready to go further with this person?
Okay. I don't know if it's going to be five.
Well, I mean, try to narrow it down. I mean, of course,
I'm
all of us
trying.
have
I'm
a.
trying in my head. I'm trying. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like the woman just literally needs to be um understanding
Okay.
of what the situation you're in, like as a man, because that's problematic in its own like stance. When women walk into your life, sometimes they try to put their whole game into your own life. That becomes a problem because it's like you're on your own game and you're providing. So that's one. Two, she does need to from my perspective personally, and I'm not sort of saying this is anything or anything else. I'm just saying she needs to be in a particular type of stature.
Okay.
And that's just particular for every type of man. So like everyone has their own thing. They might like their own things in terms of what they like. I like a certain type of woman.
Okay.
And even men won't agree with me on that. So it's like, but that's my certain type of woman. You get what I'm
Everyone
saying?
has preferences, so.
Yeah, it's preference. So if she matches that, then she matches that. So that's number two. But I don't know about number three or number four because like then my mind starts going into some ice cream.
Okay. Alrighty.
It's quite simple. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
Listen, if you really want to be with somebody, it shouldn't be that complicated.
I mean, we would think it would be easy, but sometimes people think they match, but they kind of don't. They may have good sexual energy.
Vet people. Vet. You know what I'm saying? The sexual energy part is obviously going to be there, but vet. I mean, we're adults, right? I mean, there comes a point where it's like we're not children anymore. Like if my child turned around to me and like she brought a boyfriend in and was like, "Oh, I'm interested in this guy," blah blah blah. It's like, okay, I can deal with that. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But as grown adults, full grown adults, like past the age of 30, you can't be talking like that and expecting a result. That's ridiculous. Wholly ridiculous.
Well, I'm just saying there's some people, they start a relationship off with sex and then that's all they have. They don't take time to explore each other and say, okay, what else do I like about this person? Are they kind to other people? Are they generous with their time? Just what are some other attributes about them?
Even what you said just there about starting a relationship with sex.
But some people do. I mean, I'm not that
You need
type.
to break that down. Like that's real. Just break that down. Like you can't start a relationship with sex. Sex comes after the matter. Really, what you're supposed to be doing is vetting prior to the sex.
You're preaching to the choir up here, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
If you want me to go in, like, you just don't fuck people like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't do that. Like, if you want to do that, that's cool. But you want to be going to the clinic and checking STDs and all the rest of it. We have a whole problem with fucking COVID. Yeah. You want to take that problem? Cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the rest of your life. That interprets things. It tells us something about your character.
Yeah, most definitely. So thank you so much for that. We do have more questions or more topics, but I do want to address Well Runs Black. They said intelligence, discipline / work ethic, love for family, consideration, and integrity. Yes, all that. Very important. And before we move on to our last call, I want to give the gentleman who just joined us opportunity to go back and talk about some other things we talked about. So we talked about pet peeves. What just grinds your gears that women do? Like, what are some things that just really rub
Oh,
you the wrong
my
way?
top five real quick. My top five real quick.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Bell. I'm sorry. You've been so quiet and
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah, Best
I'll be
taught
chilling
me
in the
earlier
back.
how to get hoes on some Brooklyn shit. Earlier, he was teaching me the game.
Oh my gosh.
Don't listen,
Anyhow,
Daryl. Don't listen.
okay, Queen, whatever. Stop hating. Top five for me would have to be number one. Number one would have to be love for yourself and for others. That's
okay.
number one. Number two, um, intelligence.
Okay.
Three, patience. Four, the ability and the skill to actively listen.
Mm.
Right. And five would be empathy and sympathy.
Okay.
Um, it was, and I guess that has to do with patience as well, right? So I kind of group that in with patience. If you're
Okay.
patient, then you're gonna be empathetic and sympathetic because you're patient with others, right? So I would say five would be sense of humor, actually. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
That's a good list. Okay, Mr.
yeah.
Best can be grown up when he wants to be.
No, I'm just saying, like, and like, of course, that.
Dennis is okay.
Oh, of course, yes, you have to be attracted to that person physically and all other stuff. But I'm saying there has to be something deeper than that, right? We gotta. I'm talking about the ethos of that person, who they are, right? And
Yes.
that's what I'm speaking to. I'm not speaking to what they look like. Of course, everybody has a different attraction level that Daryl was talking about. Even as Simon touched on, we all are attracted to different things. But the character wise, yeah, those things you got. I'm solid on. Like I'm not moving on that one. Ain't no
Mm.
discussion on that one. I'm not. It's not up for debate. It's not up for. I'm not compromising on that. Like that's just what it is. But yeah, go ahead. D, you can rock out, man.
Alrighty. So, for the fellas, Daryl and Simon. So we talked about pet peeves, like what just bothers your spirit when it comes to women. We talked about uh, pointing the finger. What are some things you or other men may find themselves blaming women for? Um, and then if you were looking for love, like what does love look like to you? So start wherever you like, Mr. Darrell, and then we'll go to Simon.
For me, it's all about compatibility first, right? So,
Okay.
how compatible are we? And I know what type of women I like. Usually, I like women who are high maintenance, very beautiful. They're in the gym often. They are meal prepping. These women are. That's just my specific type. I like dark skinned women. I love me a chocolate woman. Love, love,
Okay.
love a beautiful complexion. But my pet peeves. Let me go back to that. The things I don't like is like I said, disloyalty. Disloyalty leads to open. Listen, where I come from, they say loose lips sink ships. Loose lips sink ships, and there's no reason in the world that Mr. Best should come to a queen and he tell her 10 deep dark secrets, and then tomorrow I know, and then a troll come into the chat and say, oh yeah, the troll knows too, because it's a problem in that, because there's no respect there. So I don't like I don't like lack of loyalty. I don't like lack of respect. I don't like when you ask for respect but it's not given. These things really, really, really grind my gears. I don't like. So this is a major pet peeve: is when you meet a woman and she tells you that she likes men that wears Gucci and stuff like this and all that stuff, and then you go to her page, she's not wearing no Gucci, no nothing.
Mm.
I have a major problem with that. So just small stuff. I find up having a few pet peeves, but usually the women that I'm interested in, they're just good people. Sometimes not though.
Yeah.
Sometimes definitely fucking not.
Okay. Alrighty. All right, Simon. You got any pet peeves? Things that just get on your last nerve when it comes to women? It could be just women in your community, just women. Period. What just gets on your nerve?
You muted, Simon.
Thank you, Darrell. Sorry. I'm being paid. Sorry. So what's the question again? He threw me right
What are
off,
things
man.
that get on your nerves when it comes to women?
Women don't get on my nerves, man.
Oh, so
They
we don't
don't.
do nothing wrong.
No, but I'll tell you something about yourself, and that could become a problem. That could become a real problem. That's the
One thing I
issue.
want to say too, Simon, is I don't like a pet peeve is I don't like toxic femininity. And we were talking about this last night on Anton's page on the Fight Club channel. I don't like when women weaponize their femininity because when women weaponize it in multiple different ways. Me and Simon, we briefly talked about it. Simon, we don't got to talk about it. I'll call you offline sometime, right? But when you have, if a woman comes to Simon and says, Simon, defend me, Daryl did something bad, right? Now, me and Simon's friends, he's going to come to me, he's going to say, Daryl, what happened? The next guy, he might just kind of fuck me up, right, Simon? But then what happened when he ended up fucked up? What happened when two of these black men harm each other over this woman, right? Now, to give a more example of this, a better non-version of myself, just more generalized example, look at the rapper Trouble. Trouble was dating a woman, and God rest his soul, she gave two men different opposite, set keys to the apartment. Trouble laying in bed, sleep after a nice little sex session. He never wakes up from that session. He never wakes up from that sleep, right? That's toxic femininity. That's toxic femininity.
So one guy went in, saw him, and killed him.
That is correct. So she was dating both guys. She only told, she told Trouble that she was only fucking with him. So when they was doing it or whatever, he fell asleep afterwards. And the guy who had a key, who was her ex nigga or whatever, he came in and no more trouble. No more trouble.
Yeah, that's foul. Very foul.
That's toxic femininity at its finest.
Okay.
And she served no jail time, no accountability, no responsibility.
Wow. Okay.
You say wow like that's like you've never heard that sort of shit before.
I mean, well, I do know that there are many people who don't face the charges that they deserve. I should not be surprised by a justice system. I really shouldn't, but it's still just a wow. Like his family.
I'd be surprised by the sisters though, Q. You know what I mean? Like I'd be real surprised when I don't see sisters call it out and say, "Listen, like you on some bullshit." Like one of the times I remember when we was talking on this show, it was a young lady who had some men walk in between her and her date, and I remember Queen was like, "Yeah, if that was my son, my brother, anybody who I fuck with, I'm beating that bitch ass." And that's what we need to see more. We need women who holding other women accountable. So, as my grandmother would say, you can have the fear of God in you.
Okay.
Queen's been real quiet.
Yeah, we do. And I admit, we as women need to do better by each other and start lifting each other up more. And like you said, holding each other accountable when we're in the wrong, like nonsense that ain't a good look. So, yeah.
And you men need to listen and pick better. I said it on JP's stream last night. Stop going for the cutie with the booty with the heels on. She ain't no good. Go for the beauty. Go for the beauty and brains. Who gonna get you somewhere? You want the cutie with the booty walking down the street with the stilettos, and she gonna take you right down the street with them stilettos. She ain't gonna take you nowhere else.
Provide us
so if that's what you want, that's what you get.
Provide us with the example.
I agree, Queen.
Provide us with the example.
Yes.
Let's see.
No, you're doing it. I'm just saying, like most women ain't.
Yeah, I mean, just you just like women, you got to choose better. You want, you chasing after something. Y'all crazy. I say y'all because I ain't in the game no more. I'm out, and I'm glad to be out. I do not want to be in this game no more. I'm cool.
Well, I'm not in it because I choose not to be. So,
Mm-mm.
so
Oh, no, no.
You know, the only thing that we need these days, Q, because dating is not hard. You know what I mean? It's really not hard. The thing that we have to have is more open communication, more understanding.
yeah,
We have to understand that all women are not a monolith. That we have to really talk to people. And the the thing that about vetting too is people change. And I mean, people, one day they will love you, next day they'll stab you in the back, and sometimes you won't see it coming. You know what I mean? Sometimes you won't see it coming. That's why I really prefer to talk to people and they be honest. Just be honest about how you feel, be honest about what you got going on, and and then that would tell me everything that I need to know because I've talked to women and right. So let me tell you something, Q, and give me real womanly advice. I was talking to a woman, right,
okay,
and I had suspicions that she liked another guy, but she told me I never liked this guy. Months later, she said that I was always flattered by him and stuff like that, but she told me that I had to ask her in order for her to tell me these things. And I said, why, if I'm moving in my purpose, why would I stop the time out to ask you if Mr. Best flatters you, if he make your coochie tingle? You get what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to ask you these things. If you feel that way, you should let people know, and then we can move accordingly. But most times, women want their cake and they want to eat it too. You get what I'm saying, Q? And men do it too. Men do it too. This is a human thing. It's not about a gender. This is about personality. This is about morals. So for
mm,
me, like right now, right now I'm talking to a woman. Her name is Lena, and she stays out here in East Lansing. Beautiful, voluptuous. I've known her for about 2 years now, and we've established friendships. We've done business together. We've done photo shoots together. She runs a small business out in East Lansing. That's the kind of vetting I think that we need, Queen. Date
okay,
a woman that you've known for years, but meeting somebody and within 2 or 3 months falling in love. I've made that mistake, and
yeah,
though it was blissful, it was it was blissful all up to the point where I hit the fucking wall.
hmm, okay, yeah. Um, I'm trying to coach. I guess you can say one of my goddaughters on that very thing. It's just be. Don't rush and put labels on anything. Just be and enjoy each moment as it comes. Because that way you lower your expectations when you're not quote unquote in a relationship. Then that comes with responsibilities and expectations that are unnecessary, that you put yourself through unnecessarily at times. So anyhow. But Mr. Simon, would you like to add anything to this? Like, does anything get on your nerves? Do you find yourself blaming women for things? Um,
I don't blame women for anything. I think men need to learn about women. That's what I think. I think
okay.
there's a lot of people out here blaming women for shit, and it's like realistically, what the problem is we have not learned our women. That's problematic. I mean, to be sort of like going out here and going, okay, um, these women are this women are that. It's just like, really? Like, there's more women out here than us, so we have the observational point of view. We can stand on the mountain, look down, and go, okay, we're gonna pick.
So, I want to ask you this, and I'm gonna address some of the comments. Y'all in the comment section, I'm not ignoring you. Please forgive
What's up,
me.
Sherelle?
But do you feel that it goes both ways? Men and women need to get to learn each other more, or learn more about each other, like how we operate, how we function, within our own spaces as male and female, before we just really try to jump into something with each other.
I would love to answer that, because in the background, like when I go on mute, I'm listening to music so I can stay in my zone, right? And one of my favorite songs of all time is "Come Come Close" featuring Mary
Okay.
J. Blige, right? And
Darrell, I don't
women,
want to intervene. You know what I'm like already. Like, she asked me a question. Like,
oh, I apologize, sir. My bad, bro. I'm in the zone, Simon. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, my UK brother.
she asked me a question. I was like, oh, shit, I was trying to figure this shit out. Okay, cool. Nothing. Yeah, me and Darrell. Look, don't do that, please. I know Darrell, you're in the zone. Cool. Whatnot. And I think this zone's good. It's a safe place as far as conversations that happen so far. I mean, we're able to chop it up, whether you like me or not. So,
I do want to
sorry, my love. What's your question again? About
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Q. Before you ask the question, I just want to get this out real quick. My bad,
God.
Simon. You know you're my G.
This is like love and relationships. I mean, for Darrell, man, come on, like hold your position.
But listen. I got you, Simon. You're gonna love this, actually. So listen, when I'm listening to "Come Close," right? If you watch the video, he's talking about a blind girl. Like he's saying that I want to build a tribe with you, protect and provide with you. The truth is, I can't hide from you. The pimp in me gonna have to die with you. So today's relationships not built on love. They just not like. I grew up a hopeless romantic. I grew up listening to love songs. My favorite movies are love movies and horror movies. So, I grew up thinking that a man is supposed to do romantic gestures because he loves a woman. A man is supposed to go all in, right? I got so many women that I could have got some pussy out of, but like this is the bad part of me, Simon. I try to go all in because on some real shit, it's not enough love in our music. It's not enough love in our community. It's not enough love in our culture, whatever you want to call that. Whether it's art, whether it's our college culture,
Sherelle,
everything.
Are you gonna send me a heart, Sherelle? I mean, come on. Come on.
Now, the only person that shows me love consistently is Simon. Simon always liked my videos. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Sherelle, send me a heart, man. Come on, what's up? I know you're trucking out there, man.
But do you get what I'm saying, though, Simon? Like, Simon,
yeah,
do you get what I'm saying? Because
that's where our grievance came in, because you damn well know, like, it's not you. Like, I feel what you feel because we went through the same shit at the same time in some weird situations. So, like, we were just chopping it up, and no one sort of sees that. So that is what it is. So I ain't gonna come at you, and at the same time, it's like whatever you want to say is like whatever you want to say. But I understand you to an extent. I don't understand you fully, obviously. I don't think no one does. I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? It's just it is what it is.
Okay. Alrighty. I want to address some of the comments. I don't want people to think I'm ignoring them. Please.
Thank you, Sherelle. There you go.
So definitely want to say hello to Sherelle. She says, I have a male friend going on 5 years. We have seen each other in every stage of life to the point where we are like, we should just get married next year because we are each other's sure thing. She said, it's not always about the chemistry and fireworks. It's about compatibility and who really gives a F about you. So I can agree wholeheartedly with that, Sherelle. Thank you so much for that. Well Runs Black says we should be slow. We should all learn to be slow to speak and get over the superficial. That was based towards another comment earlier. Want to definitely say hello to Hanif Nala. Please forgive me for mispronouncing.
Nyla, yeah, congratulations on your wedding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she just got married, man. Wow.
Oh,
congratulations.
Hanifa.
That was a big deal. You want to see her pictures? Like she's got the whole. Woo! It's like crazy.
Definitely congratulations. Well Runs Black says I like the intimacy of this channel. Keep it up. Thank you so much. And thank you, M3, for holding down in the comment section. Again, everybody hit the like, share, subscribe, get the numbers up, all that jazz. I want to thank you all for coming through, for supporting. Like many of y'all don't know me or didn't know me before now. And I just still want to thank y'all for showing so much love and coming
You a
through for
devastating
ladies.
diva, right, Q?
Uh,
So you a devastating diva, 1913, right?
all day. Yes.
Hey, just want to just shout out to that. I be peeping. I be peeping.
Well,
So
thank you.
shout out to the elephants out here.
Alrighty.
Welcome.
That's crazy.
Thank you so much. All right. So, alrighty. Before we go on, well, the next section is just what it says. The last call for alcohol or whatever y'all sipping on. This is our wrap up session. So there's no topic off limits, nothing off the table. This is a free for all.
You really want
Instead
to
of
do
ladies
this?
first, we just gonna go for what you know. Simon, since we haven't given you a lot of time, just anything that's male, female related though, go for what you know. Anything you want to say, get it off your chest.
I would say like just be careful. There's this whole thing that goes out in terms of what we're involved in terms of the manosphere and in relationships. I would say just be careful because what we tend to do is get in our emotions and our feelings, and we tend to interact with people and not really understand what that is. So if I'm having a business like relationship with someone, it's significantly different to having like a relationship with someone who I'm gonna let in my house and provide for
Okay.
and sort of like accommodate. That's kind of different. I don't mind if I'm having a business relationship with someone and they turn around and talk all types of shit to me. I really don't care. I really don't. Because it's like just having a friend in your house. Like a friend can come in your house, you might be the affluent one, and you might have food in your cupboard. And you'll come in your house and they'll eat out your cupboard. And it's like, okay, well, you can make some sort of decision. But the fact of the matter is if you have a relationship with someone, that could become quite problematic because authorities that get involved. And you don't want, who wants the authorities to get involved in your business?
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, I think it's been demonstrated quite clearly over the last sort of like 6 months. And I think Darrell's done a really good point of that in terms of making men sort of acknowledge what they could potentially go through on an extreme level. That's kind of like why, it's a very thin line, but I'm just saying, I do acknowledge Darrell. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's just like, I get it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. And it need, if he didn't put it out there, who would have?
Thank you. Princess Cat, saw you that you had something to say.
I love you, Sherelle. I do. I'm gonna come and drive alongside you one of these days. I swear to God.
Well, this is how I feel, Q. This is how I feel. Given everything that I had, went through recently, falling in love, falling out of love, I'm still a man who wants to be in love, who feels like, I feel like men are incomplete when they don't have a woman to come home to. I just don't feel like, I feel like for us to talk about nuclear relationships, for us to preach that message, that starts with the seed of love. right? You fall in love, and from that seed, a family structure grows, right? And from those branches, and other seeds sprout. That's what a family tree literally is. That's literally why they call it, a family tree. But I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. I have my daughter, and I have my responsibilities, and one thing I learned in my last relationship. Now, let me not use that word. I apologize. Last time I was in anything with any woman, and I had any feelings for her, I learned that there was things that I needed to do, Q, that if I wanted to attract a certain type of woman, I had to boss my life up, right?
Okay.
So that's one of the things that I realized. Self-reflect, Daryl. Be slow to anger, Daryl. This is why next week I'm doing my whole next week I'm doing this course, and I'm going live about it. This whole real estate course. It's gonna help anybody who want to get their real estate license in Michigan. I'm pretty sure the shit is. I'm pretty sure it's. How can I say it? Like, it's the same in every state for the most part. And then I'm doing the coding live. So, man, we have to learn to self-reflect and ask yourself, are you ready for what you really want? Because I know that I want a woman who is, is drop dead gorgeous. And for a second, I had that in my grasp. But Q, when I had it in my grasp for a while, I was saying, well, no, I'm ready, but I wasn't ready. If I was ready, I would have the results I desired.
Okay.
Right. So that's one of the things that I'm doing. The next time, I feel like Shy. If I ever fall in love again, if I ever fall in love again, I'm gonna make sure that the woman is my friend. I'm gonna make sure that I court her. I'm gonna make sure that we never, under any circumstances, betray one another. And I'm gonna make sure that I keep my word to her. So if she should be able to come to me and say, I need help, I need money, I need you to do A, B, C, and D. Otherwise, I'm of no use to her. And I'm not ready to have this person in my life and to ask her to give me her time, her energy, or her love. So yeah, I'm hopeful, but now I feel like what's that thing in the Bible? Faith without works is dead. I feel like love and relationships is as well.
Yeah. I'm going to address something real quick before we bring in Princess. I apologize. Well runs black. And this was for a previous comment, but it still fits in now. Ain't nothing wrong with courting, or shall we say coating? Yes. And I've had somebody try to argue about the official wording, the official definition of courting, and how in whatever century the man had to get the woman's dad's permission and blah 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 yada yada.
The
In
woman's
today's
thing.
huh?
Did you say the woman's thing, or did you say something else?
They had to get their dad's permission to even talk to her. And so we're not living in 17th, 18th century. We're living in now. And so I call it courting, where you try to woo me. I'm one of those girls. I like to wear, give me your Letterman jacket, or give me a pen, a brooch or something, Let's go all the way old school.
Are you talking about dowry or something?
Well, we don't call it dowry in the U.S. And you actually don't even have to pay. Like, if you want to marry somebody, I want to speak for the Black culture. The tradition is the man asks the girl's father, can I marry your daughter? Do I have your permission? But usually by that time, he's met all of her family. They've given their approval one way or another.
Well, there's a cost,
So
right?
you don't pay anything. Like, the woman's family usually pays for the wedding. Depending on the couple, they may both pay for it. There's a lot of factors in there, but traditionally, the woman's family pays for the wedding. The man takes care of his side. But no, he doesn't have to offer a payment to her family to pay for her. Not in the U.S., not that I'm aware of. I know it happens in Africa and other countries. But
It's interesting. It's the concept.
I
So
know in
you're
India
saying it doesn't happen in the US.
if somebody want to get married, they can just go to the courthouse, get a license, and they can get married at the courthouse. without
All right.
anybody knowing.
All right. So you're marrying into a family. It might not be the same thing in terms of like a financial thing, whereas an upfront cost payment.
No.
But are you marrying into that family?
Yeah. I don't. Okay, where are you? You're in England or London?
That's the yeah,
I
both
mean,
the same
England is
thing.
the.
Yeah.
I mean, where are you? I'm sorry.
London, both the same thing.
London, England.
Jerome,
Okay.
come back up, man. I need you to talk, man. What's up?
Okay. So,
Jerome's got so much interesting shit going on. It's
so
crazy.
what is the culture like over there in London when it comes to getting married?
It depends on what culture you're talking about. So everyone,
Okay.
where it's like New York. So you have people from everywhere,
Okay.
and you probably like looking at 33 different languages.
Okay.
So thank you, Shara. I love Shara. Shara's the babe, ultimate babe. Look, what happens is in any city, any main city, you will have a mix of cultures, right?
Okay.
Does that make some sort of sense?
Like I watch a lot of foreign TV, so I'm familiar with some traditions in some places.
Yeah. I mean, most cities, whether it's New York, California, or um, you know, you will have a mix of people. You will have a mix of cultures. You will have a mix of um, people that have come from different countries that may have settled there, maybe set up shop or whatnot. So, it's not that straightforward in terms of the question you was asking. I can only sort of answer it specifically, if it, to make some sort of sense of it. Because if I was an Indian coming from India and I rocked up in sort of like New York and tried to set up a shop, my interpretation of New York will be very different to someone who's lived there and grown up there and been born there.
Mm. Okay. Well, just for the sake of, I guess, understanding, in America, like Will Runs Black says, you can marry, but it's about showing a level of respect, no money exchange. So the act of asking the parents for permission is just about a level of respect. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So even though some people don't ask permission, and in some cases the parents may no longer be alive, but you're still, in some cases, you should ask the elders of the family. Again, this is only for Black culture that I can speak of from my experience in the Black community. You ask, if the parents are no longer available, then you ask the elders, of the church, of the family, whatever. Can I have this lady's hand in marriage?
All
But
right.
it's a lot. It's
No,
some
no,
people.
that's totally right. No, but it doesn't happen because, and I think there's been a whole disparity about that, in terms of the disconnection, and that's what forms the disconnection.
Yes.
Like we don't have that thing anymore. I'd really love to see us, as bad as it is. Like we're all sort of used to this convenience and all this stuff, but I'd really love to see us all up in huts right now in the 21st century with our own conversation and see how that goes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be really interesting. Like the people that sort of have conversations these days, and they're just so much more informed. Like to be able to just go, okay, I'm gonna knock on my next door neighbor's door, and have a speak say.
Good luck with that in America, knocking on somebody's door.
Exactly. That's the thing. It doesn't happen. I'm just saying, like, this is theory. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I'm not saying like big up to Vince McMahon, but I'm just saying like it's theory. It's not happening, but that's what used to happen. Like
Yeah.
we would. Do you want some sugar?
Yeah.
That's what would happen. It would be like because
people are
but
not
now,
as friendly and
yeah.
neighborly anymore. So okay. All right. So I promise, Princess K, we're gonna get to
I'll
you.
give you a prenup, Sherelle. Don't worry about it.
Sherelle says, I think marriages should have a second contract because the institution of marriage needs revamping. Like my prenup would say, if we divorce, you got to keep these kids. I can be single and childless. I leave and childless. I leave that way. I came in single and childless. I'm leaving that way. Oh my God!
We're
So,
gonna get that
okay.
prenup, Sherelle. So,
Alrighty.
I ain't got no problem with that.
All right. So, Princess K, give us your last final thoughts on everything we talked about, or just something else related to male female engagement.
I'll keep it quick. Men, find yourself a good male mentor if you don't have a dad in your life. Women, I speak to you. Please keep up with your hygiene. Your nana is sensitive. Let her breathe. Drink your cranberry juice. Chlorophyll tablets. There's no reason why you should be smelling like you're selling fish as a woman. That's not ladylike, ladies. And if your friends smell like that when they go outside, you need to talk to them honestly in love. No, truth without love is a weapon. If they're your friends, you cannot have them going out smelling like they've been, wrangling with gremlins.
Wow.
No.
That's all.
Is that what's going on, Princess?
Some women don't. Yeah, some women don't tell their friends, "Baby, you need to work on this, that, or whatever."
Yeah.
Yeah, they rather talk about. We live in a culture now and a time period where people rather talk about you and blast you on social media rather than try to help you.
Like go, okay, like we need to address this shit. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I'll tell you why. I had an ex-girlfriend. I had an ex-girlfriend.
Tell me she was thinking, Simon. 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 Are you going where I think you're going with this? How could you? How could you?
Listen, I was like, oh my God. You get what I'm saying? I was like, oh my gosh.
No.
I didn't really know how to address it. I was just like thinking about it for a minute. I was just like, something's going on here.
Was it her clothes on or her clothes
It
off?
wasn't me. That's all I knew, right? It wasn't me. But there was something going on.
Was her clothes on or clothes off?
Hey, Simon, dime piece.
Oh my God.
Listen. I had to tell her to go to the doctor.
Oh.
Okay. For her to understand that I wasn't trying to take the piss out of her. Because the thing is like, when you're in those sort of type of situations, it's like sometimes like women go, oh, you're just trying to piss me off, or you're trying to take the piss out of me, or this, that, the other. You're trying to, do some bullshit. But the fact of the matter is the doctor turned around to her and say, you got a good one. Because I acknowledged what was going on. And I get what I'm saying. That coochie was not right at that point in time. It had nothing to do with me. Nothing.
Ooh, all right.
Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. But
you're trying to get us kicked off the air.
Listen, it helped her. It helped her, and we didn't like end up being together. But someone else is benefiting from it. I don't know who the f that is, but I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? She cleaned up her act.
Oh God.
I
Okay.
did want to acknowledge Sherelle's comment.
Yes.
Um, she has she has a request for anyone on the panel over 30. I'm doing a bucket list 30
I
before
know.
30. Oh, cool. If you could tell me something you wish you would have done or knew before 30, I would say I would travel more so I could have more experiences, have more fun. Because once you get committed or once you start taking somebody seriously or finally get married at 30 or after 30, your life will change and you will definitely have to compromise, especially if you decide to have children. Okay, so please understand that and please take that in. And another thing I would say is that I would definitely work out more and take health a lot more seriously. Um,
Yeah,
I would I
definitely.
would have I would have definitely did that before 30 for real. It would have definitely made things a whole lot easier. But to touch base on what everybody's saying, Princess Kate did say something, but I'm trying to remember what she said that I wanted to elaborate on. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember. Princess Kate, give me a generality of what you just said. Princess Kate, you still there?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I said the men need to find a good male mentor if they don't have
Mhm.
that in their life. And I said for the women, to take better care of themselves. Take their chlorophyll tablets, let the nanny breathe, stop wearing those silk underpants all the time because that's only adding to the situation. Eat your vegetables. And I also want to add
Fresh fruit.
journal. Do journals, write journals, find something relaxing to do every day, even if it's just sitting down and drinking a glass of wine or a bubble bath. Like, do
Mm.
stuff like that. And please, moisturize. I'm
Girl,
specifically speaking to the Black woman. You
what's
have
your
cocoa butter, you have shea butter, you can make your own moisturizers. Your skin should be soft.
yes?
Just do that and journal. Once again, just journal.
And then
Journal.
know the difference between oils and lotions that sit on top of your skin, and then those that actually absorb
Right.
into your skin. So yeah, that's a whole other show because I'm learning, especially when it comes to your hair, what's
Right.
a oil that penetrates and what's a carrier oil and what's a concealing oil. Anyway, so anywho, same thing with your skin.
Especially
Black
your
one.
feet.
Oh,
Like,
and
I
cranberry
mean, it's
juice.
like crazy. Like, women, why do you have these crusty feet things going on like dinosaurs? Like, you need to
Oh
stop
wow.
Okay, that's a whole other topic too. But anyway,
You're
yes,
welcome, Sherelle. Thank you. No
that.
problem,
Dusty,
Sherelle. You're
dusty,
welcome.
crusty. Yeah.
we're gonna
Okay.
have a spa day, head to toe conversation next
Oh
time.
wow.
Day.
Oh, spa day conversation. What to do? And yeah, so
Go ahead,
definitely.
Queen. Your mic is off. Go ahead.
What are we asking?
This is just the last call for alcohol. Say what you want to say.
Um, you in these streets, choose wisely. Stop being bitter Betty, bitter Ben, blaming somebody because you's a joke, you's a lame. Look in the mirror and take evaluation of your damn self and choose wisely. Don't get mad that the cutie with the booty with the heels is taking for your bag because you chose her. So, and don't get mad when dude treats you like trash because you allowed him to. Just stop blaming other people for the life that you have and the relationship you end up with because you chose them. Choose wisely. And Sherelle, I wanted to say, for your list, I had an opportunity to be a social worker in London when I graduated college, full expense paid for 2 years, and I was scared to go overseas by myself. So I would say, don't be afraid of opportunities that come your way. Take them.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll pay for Sherelle the whole way. I don't give a fuck.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
People on the internet are
I'll
different
put
in
it out there.
person.
No, look. There's not.
Well, at least
Look,
he's a real person,
it's
not
the
a
same thing.
catfish.
This is the problem. The problem with women is they don't get that sort of shit. It's like, listen, I will do that if I find the right woman. I'm out.
Okay.
Forget me on these YouTube streets. I'm out. Have you seen Laura Melissa? Like Laura Melissa, like was just like. Have you seen her latest post? She's on some crazy shit. It's just like out. Like it is what it is at the moment. Like don't try to. Like the fact of the matter is I appreciate you right now. Right now, I really do appreciate you. I'll go to bed, I'll wake up, and I'll think about it. Don't think for a second tomorrow something's going to come around my way.
Oh my God. Okay, Simon.
I'll be like off this shit. I'll be like,
oh
listen,
wow.
I'll do. Yeah, but that's just people.
Yeah.
I might be back next year. Okay, right, chill the fuck out.
She said something to you, Simon.
Listen, we don't owe anybody anything. You should. Oh God. Listen, Sherelle.
She has the link too. If she wanted to come up here too, she has the link.
Nah. So. Listen, Sherelle knows what's going on. Sherelle's a real one, like a real one. Like she's not them fancy antsies. But I'm just saying, it is what it is. Like, and I think, like, you know, what happens up here is good, if anything. You know, I'm just a brother from another motherfucker. So it's just like, that's what it is. Do you get what I'm saying? But you never know. You want to take a trip to London? I will provide you that tour.
All right, hey.
I'll show you the streets, and I'll show you the real shit, and I'll show you the nice stuff. Equally, Mr. 84, if I want to come over to Brooklyn, I'm like, okay.
Hey, man. I will say this, though. My last word is I think Simon did touch on something that is big. Like, I think a lot of times people do social media stream, and I mean, until they find what they're looking for, and then everything just changes. I think that is a big thing. I've noticed that, and I also predicted this too. I said in the summertime, you know, people really wouldn't be like, they really wouldn't be really on here that much, and they kind of be doing their own thing, and I was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was completely right. I know what summertime brings. Summertime, your hormones change. You want to be outside because it's hot. You want to be around somebody, and if you are active intimately, you want to be active intimately with other people. You want to be in social settings, things of that nature. That's why they have a lot of outdoor festivities, concerts, lounges, bars, things of that nature, because people mingle in the summertime. Now, once that mingling time is over, in about another 2-3 months, once it starts getting cold, right? When it starts getting cold around another 2-3 months, then I'll start to see everybody come back. You know, the summer boo-boo will be gone. And, you know, real life will start hitting that ass. And when relationships start hitting you, then you're going to come up here on these panels, you're going to cry and bitch and moan about all the things that have gone wrong and everything else. And, you know, you done got hitched, or you didn't get hitched, or whatever done happened, or you got with this person and now everything done changed because it's cold and now you got to be around each other all the time. And you can't go outside and go do something fun because now you got to be stuck in the house because it's cold, right? I'll say this, and this is something that I really stress. Cold weather will test your relationship, okay? Because you got to be in that house now, okay? There's no more going outside. There's no more fun times in the sun. It's me and you in the house, and we got to look at each other, okay? So now that we got to look at each other, I actually got to talk to you and be around you. Oh, you're going to get tested. Yeah. You're going to get tested. It's a real thing. I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I'll see y'all in the fall in about 2-3 months. And,
I got a whole song about that, man.
Yeah.
Love me through the winter. Like, fuck that shit.
Woo! Hey, listen. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Listen, look. I'm not just saying things to be saying this, okay? the thing that I'm saying is actual and factual, and I mean what I say. Okay, I mean what I say. It's just a circle of life and circle how people get. But I just want to say, QB, thank you for this for putting this on.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. Anyhow, he said, "But I like to bang some out in the winter just the same as summer." I get you. I get you. Thank you for joining, Cal. Good to see you. Salute to Wally as well. I just want to say, QB, thank you for giving us this, this topic to talk about. We appreciate it. I think men and women both, have different things that they feel and think about each other, and it's good to just have these conversations. And it's good to just kind of express ourselves and just see where we all are at.
Yeah.
With that being said, QB, take it where you want to take it.
All right, so I just want to address the last few comments. Hey, Wally, you're a little late, but thanks for stopping by. Unless you just been hanging out and not saying anything. Well Runs Black says, okay, establish a healthy habit that makes you feel good. That goes back to what Miss Princess was saying about journaling and things like that. She says, also agree to be open to positive opportunities that come your way. You can always return home, but the world is in your view. So thank you for that. So thank you. And then Daryl says, conversations with a K with Simon. Yes. So everybody, I just want to thank you all for coming through, for sipping and chatting some more with us. Wally, don't be like that. You're always welcome. You can always watch the replay. So yeah, don't be like that. Well, again, I just want to thank you all. And as men and women, as we call ourselves grown folks, let's be grown and have conversations, but also learn how to have a little fun at the same time with each other, and stop being so serious and stop rushing to put labels on things. Let things progress as they progress. Because as my sister always told me, the higher the expectation, the lower the serenity. The more you expect, the lower your sanity gonna be. So find your balance. But anyway, I love y'all.
That's really so inspirational. I just want to say that.
Yes,
It's really inspirational.
Thank you.
I'm deadly serious. Like the fact that and I think this is a problem in terms of like there's a minimal amount of women that are actually out here on panels speaking with black men, and you're one of them. So it's like, listen, that ain't something to be detracted about. The fact that you're even giving us this class is crazy. It's like some next level. That needs to be appreciated. So like, no, seriously, it needs to be appreciated. So I know you're gonna bounce out. I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna bounce out. I'm gonna go away. But I'm just saying, you like really, like
Please
it's serious.
drink
It's
some
serious.
water. Please drink some water, dear. Please.
Listen, Queen. You know I love you.
Queen. Just take a nap. It's
That's
okay.
Princess K, not Queen.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
I do.
Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bounce. You queens get. Okay, intellectual soapbox. Boom, boom, boom.
Be safe, Simon.
We appreciate you, Simon, for being here, sharing the male perspective on Wally. Why we gotta have labels on everything? Let's just. I'm a hippie at heart, and I'm just like peace, love, and freedom, and I don't know, but anyway. But I just again want to say thank you all for joining. Thank you to my queen sisters for coming through, sharing this conversation, and the Mr. Best in the world. But yeah, y'all just be breezy, have fun. Oh, be intentional, okay? So cheers, my empty tea bottle. Cheers to y'all. Cheers to everybody. Let's do this again in 2 weeks. Mr. Best.
The DJ.